This is what is left of that area now. The demolition process is ongoing, and many of these valuable properties will not be spared. Understandably, residents here are not pleased with this decision.
We get 3 years to resolve it. I'm coming. Like the Commissioner said, we have started. Government needs to respond to a total
A similar situation is unfolding in Ikota and Victoria Garden City, where numerous structures have been marked for demolition. This is to ensure that water can flow freely and to prevent flooding in these neighborhoods.
I can't compensate you for an illegality in the first place. You should even be compensating the government for letting me deploy taxpayers' resources to clear that part. And you listen to them. They agreed that yes, 3 years ago, it was not like this. But what were they doing? They went to sleep, they connived with those persons, and they closed up the channel deliberately. So now we have to open up the channel, allow the water to flow, and then stop flooding of those 12 villages.
While the government is resolute in its mission, residents are urged to adhere to the state's rules to maintain a flood-free metropolis.
We can't be brazen in our illegality. It's about what have we done on our part to save our environment. The environment is a master of man. You think you're cheating the environment, it's coming back to haunt you.
In the meantime, authorities say they will protect the drainage plants from encroachment, and any property built on water channels will be pulled down.
Okay, so that video is really heartbreaking. I can't even imagine waking up one morning and you just see bulldozers at your door, and the next thing your house is gone. I really sympathize with each and every house owner or tenant that has been affected by this demolition. I sympathize with them, I empathize with them, and it's really sad that at this time, with the way things are in the country, people have to go through this, and it's basically having to start your life from scratch. So I would like us to discuss what caused this and how you can prevent this from happening to you and your property in the future. Who is wrong in this regard, and how can we mitigate against this? I'm going to be sharing some information with you in the next video. Okay, we're going to look at this video to see what really happened regarding the demolition. Let's watch.
Ikota area of Length. Only you can see Ikota GRA down here.
Okay.
And if you're familiar with the demolition case that's currently trending online, you know that the demolition happened somewhere here, just off Mobile Road here, beside Copper Mats. For those familiar with this area.
Yeah.
And the demolition started from here and is going down to the Ikota, but this is not the beginning. It's not where it's going. Let's scroll down. Right? Sorry. To here. You can see that this water channel, water body or canal, whatever I want to call it, commences from this place, just off Okomoro, not far from Okomoro, right? And from here, you see it goes down through this fire station at the end of Mobile Road, through Ikota GRA, and terminates inside this river behind Western Ikota. And then it further goes, you can see that this water continues. Coral estates. Under that bridge at Ikota, that Ikota bridge, through BGC and terminates into the Lagos Lagoon. Right? As you can see up here, Lagos Lagoon. So that is the normal direction of water. That is how water is supposed to enable, to ensure that the area is appropriately drained. So all the drains in these locations, all converge in this canal and then flows into the lagoon.
Okay.
And you have the same thing in Orchid Road. You can see this somewhere in Okwaja and here. Baja community. You can see that this channel starts from here, goes down through Lafiaji to the back of Orchid Road. Into the sea at the back of West End. You can see Orchid Road here, see when one event. So you have that same water body. You know, they now convert inside this place to all get drained in the lagoon, Lagos Lagoon. And that is how it is all over Lekki and Lagos in general. That is the original plan. However, if you scroll down, you will notice something. You will see some constrictions, right? Some bottlenecks that have been created by people who build unscrupulously. Now let me show you a live drone view of what I explained.
Just take a look at this.
So at the very beginning now you will see this portion of the canal has obviously been blocked. You see the way the water is just stagnant at the top. You see that it has been blocked. Let's go down. All these rubble you can see at the side here, they are all properties. You know, especially this one. This one was still under construction. Everything demolished, about 20 terraces. Alright. So have you observed the problem? You see this demarcation here. Right? You see this demarcation here. That was what they narrowed the canal into. They basically turned the canal into a gutter.
Wow.
These other parts where you can see the water was done by government agencies that are also doing this demolition. So as they are demolishing, they are opening up the channel. So how do you think this environment is going to be if or when this canal has been turned to a gutter? Let's continue. So you can see it very clearly how they narrowed it down. So as they demolish, the government officials now open it up so that the water can flow free. Both on the left and the right, properties along the routes are going to go down for it.
So the demolition has just
So now I'm
started.
following the path like I showed you on the map
Wow.
down to the Ikota River. So you can see that white canal, you can see how it has been narrowed, and turned to a gutter. And this is not even the worst part of it. Let's go.
Wow. All these houses are going down.
Perfect. So I don't know if you can see it. This is where the canal has gotten to, right? And this is supposed to be this area here is supposed to be the continuation. But can you see all these houses here? They are comfortably sitting part of the canal. So the water comes here and stops. There's nowhere for it to flow. And then here it continues down to the canal. So all these houses here have been marked for demolition.
Wow. Wow.
So let's see. So you see over there, down there is the Ikota River. So everything was supposed to flow down to the Ikota River. But houses have now prevented this normal flow of water. Right? So water cannot now flow as it's supposed to be and drain into the canal, which has now led to people of this community, the Maroko community, the Gede community, experiencing flooding. I'm going to show you the flooding situation in that area. Right? I had the same thing in Orchid Road. They have the same channel. For those of you familiar with Orchid Road, you know that we also have a flooding problem in Orchid. It's also part of the issue. You see this water body here, it now gets bottleneck here. You see another bottleneck here. So when water doesn't have free channel to flow, it starts to, settle on the surface where people are supposed to. So now what the Ministry of Environment has basically done is to open up all these channels. If you look here now, you will see that even this house is on top of the canal. You can see that this is a structure.
Wow.
You can see that even the map recognizes that something has
Yes.
eaten into the, let's say, right of way of the canal.
Hmm.
If you go further down here, you can see how this place has been narrowed down. So water cannot flow. So the Ministry of the Commissioner of Environment is now trying to open up all these places so that water can flow. That is all that is happening.
Wow. Can you see that? Can you see that? I was speechless when I saw this video. Thank you, Mr. Drew, for this video. It's a big eye opener. Big, big, big eye opener. It's really an unfortunate situation. So looking at that video, it's very obvious that the Lagos State is not at fault in this regard. I know some people will argue and say, oh, who gave them the approval? Who, didn't they get approval from Lagos State? And, such questions are valid, very valid. But we all know that in this society that we are in, a lot of people go through the back door to get a lot of things because they don't want to pay the actual cost of getting it the right way. Let me explain. So many times we have clients that will buy properties for hundreds of millions of naira, and they wouldn't want to spend 5 million or 10 million to perfect the documents of their property. It's just like buying a car for 25 million naira. Then you don't want to do comprehensive insurance. You want to just do third party of 10,000 naira. How does that work? A lot of times when things like this happen, if you check critically, the approvals that were not gotten through the right channel. If you listen to that video where the commissioner was speaking, they have been given 3 years notice. They've been given notice 3 years ago regarding this issue, that they should stop building on the canal. And if you look at those buildings that were demolished, those buildings are new buildings. They were definitely not built 3 years ago. So those instructions were obviously flouted and disregarded. If you want to say Lagos State is culpable and all that, don't forget that you are the one that will be at the losing end at the end of the day if you don't do the right thing as a property owner. Even if the developer you are buying your property from tells you they have building approval, they have all the necessary documents, please request for it and still go to the necessary parastatals to confirm. All right? Go to the necessary agencies to confirm. A lot of developers go around with forged property documents, forged C of O, unregistered survey. There are all sorts of things going on in the real estate industry in Nigeria, especially Lagos State. So we always at Nedis Realtors Nigeria implore our clients to please do their due diligence. Yes, we do our own due diligence. That is why it is not every property we sell. It is not every developer that reaches out to us to say, oh, we've heard about you, we want you to, come and market our properties, that we oblige their request. Because we are very particular about our reputation and the sort of properties that we, give to our clients to buy. Even with that, it is still your responsibility as the person buying that wants to part with your money to still do your personal due diligence. Okay, last week I had the privilege of speaking with a staff, somebody that works with the lands registry. And she told me categorically, look, even if I tell you this thing is verified or this thing is okay. Still go and verify. Don't say because I work in lands and I've given you an assurance that land document or that property document is okay. You just take my word for it. No. Go and do your own personal due diligence. Always involve a realtor, a professional realtor, and a lawyer in all your property transactions. Please don't be cheap when it comes to paying professionals to protect your interest when you want to buy properties. Don't be eager to buy a property of 200 million. Then you have a problem with paying professionals that are going to secure your stake in that property, a mega 10% of that money. Please don't be cheap, because at the end of the day, if you say I don't want to pay a lawyer, I don't want to pay, and you just go and do the transaction on your own, your risk of falling into the wrong hands is 90%. But when you involve professionals, your risk is greatly reduced. So as much as this is a very sad incident, especially for those that have, lost their properties, is also a lesson for us to know that we should always go through the right channels when we want to get approvals for our buildings, when we want to, verify property documents. Don't take anybody's word for it. Do your due diligence. And if you go to buy a property and you notice certain things, you need to speak up. Don't let anybody cajole you or sweet talk you into buying something that you are not comfortable with. Because if you look at that video, those houses were literally on the canal. So I'm wondering, so when you look out of your window, what you see is a canal. It's still baffling me. It's still baffling because I even before I got into the real estate industry, I know that if you are going to build anything close to a canal, you need to give several meters of setback. It's a reasonable amount of setback should be given. So for you to build directly, as in your fence is literally in the canal, it's mind-boggling, honestly. So there are some certain things that you, even as a layman, should know that this thing is wrong. And if anybody is trying to market such a property to you, you should say no, I'm not going to buy such a property. Because just looking at these properties, you don't even need to go to be verifying anything to know that and those properties are not properties that you should put down your money for at all. So it is really unfortunate. Once again, we sympathize with the people that have lost. We hope your properties were insured, so at least you can get something back. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So we are going to be sharing more of videos to tell you about things you should look out for. The next video I'm going to be sharing, I'm going to be telling you about the different agencies that you can do your search to be sure that whatever building or land you're buying is genuine, and there will be no issue like this in the future. I'm also going to be sharing with you the different agencies that you need to get your approval from, and the things you need to do to ensure that when you now want to build, you have rest of mind that nothing is going to crop up in future. So please follow us, subscribe to our page for more videos like this. Let us know if you learned something from this video. I'd like to give a special shout out to Mr. Juru for the map video. Thank you so much. That was really enlightening, and I'm glad I'm able to share it with my subscribers and my followers as well. So you can reach out to us. Our contact details are in our bio to get more information on things you need to know before buying a property. Thank you very much.